y'all ready? We good? Hold on. I ain't used to this camera stuff. You sure we good? You tell me whenever really out there watching. Hey, boys and girls. Thank you, Joe's here. All right. I'm pumped up. I'm getting to hang out with y'all. Man, I'm excited. You know what I've been waiting to do all week? This whole past week, it's only been a week, but it's felt like a year. Nature Joe's been sitting here myself. By the way, let me introduce myself. I'm Nature Joe. And I've been waiting to come in here and say, HopeKids! Woo! I've been waiting to do that all week. And y'all gonna get to do some Nature Joe yells here in a minute, so y'all get ready, all right? All right, let's get it going. So Pastor Jordan gave me a call a couple weeks ago, and he's like, Nature Joe, man, why don't you come and share with HopeKids about the way? And I was like, Pastor Jordan, you talking about the way? I mean, like, the most awesome, most daggum coolest way there is out there. I was like, Pastor Jordan, let me climb out of this tree real quick, and I'll be right there. How about them apples? So here I am. Nature Joe's here, boys and girls. And I'm excited to tell y'all about the way. It's going to be a good day in HopeKids. Woo-hoo! Y'all better get ready. There's going to be a lot of yelling. But I'm going to need y'all to help me out a bunch today as we talk about the way. But first, I'm going to tell you the way that people started calling me Nature Joe. The way I got this name. Why there's nature before there's Joe. You see, my parents were missionaries, so I got to travel with them all across the world. I got to see all kinds of different nature. I'm talking about deserts, mountains, beaches, any kind of nature you can think of, I've seen it. All right? I saw all kinds of nature. And when I got out there in that nature, man, I just loved it. That nature was like the coolest thing I ever been in my life. So now, every time I see nature, man, we like peanut butter and jelly. We're the best combo there is. If you see nature, there's Joe. So people started seeing me out in nature all the time. They called me Nature Joe. So there it is, boys and girls. That's why they call me Nature Joe. But a few things I love to do, one thing most importantly, is climbing trees. There ain't nothing in this world that gets me more jacked up than climbing trees. I'm talking about I get more pumped up than a bouncy house thinking about climbing a tree. I love big trees, small trees, any kind of tree. I just want to climb that bad boy. I want to put my paws on it, and I want to go all the way to the top. You know, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but I'll share that for another time. But you see, there's one day, this is part of the story for today, we're going to talk about the way. I heard about this tree that was like legendary. Like people said, Nature Joe, that tree ain't real. That tree's just a legend. They said, that ain't real. But this tree, they said, was the most beautiful tree in the whole wide world. I'm talking about the biggest, most beautiful tree you ever seen. Man, I got a picture of that tree in my head, and I got so plumb excited, I couldn't stand it no more. So you know what I did? I went to see that tree. But I'm going to tell you real quick, it wasn't an easy road. No, sirree. It was not an easy way to get there. But when I went to go see that tree, I had one problem. I didn't have no idea how to get there. I needed a map or some directions or something. Y'all ever been on a road trip and you get going somewhere and you going on vacation or something, or you going to the beach or wherever you going, to swim with the sharkies maybe, and you on that road trip and you got this place you want to go that's like over here, but then you over here, and you got to find out the way to get there. So yeah, you need some directions or something. Well, you see, to get this tree, I need some directions. I need somebody to tell me a map, and I need somebody to help me out. So I went to see my mentor and good buddy, Nature Joseph, and he has been helping me for years. And I went to see him, and Nature Joseph, he said, Joe, why don't you sit on down, son? And that big old deep voice Nature Joseph has. And I sat on down, and he drew me out a map all the way to the tree. And we're going to talk about that map, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you boys and girls, Nature Joe is not Artistic Joe. He's Nature Joe. And there's a reason for that. You're going to see. I ain't no artist by any means. And also, my memory's not too great. I ain't seen this map in a long time. So I'm gonna need y'all's help today. You're gonna have maps that are gonna look kind of like this right here. You're gonna have them maps, and I'm gonna need y'all to help me draw it. Make sure it's right. Because you gotta make sure this map's right, man. You gotta do it. We gotta get this way right because this way is more important than just a tree. I'm telling y'all, let me tell you a little secret real quick. This map ain't just going to a legendary tree. This map is much bigger than that. This map changed my life right here. I'm telling y'all, and it can change yours too. So make it look real nice, make it look pretty. This map's gonna be for you, but it's also gonna be for you to show others. So make it look real nice. I mean, just the nicest thing you ever made. Make it look real pretty. And you'll have time to decorate these things later. But hey, right now, let's make this map. So let me start telling y'all about the way. Well, first, are y'all ready? Are y'all sure you're ready to make this map? If you're ready, give me a big old Nature Joe yell. Yee-hoo! There it is. I heard you out there. I heard you. That's good right there. I'm going to get y'all some coonskin hats to wear too. Y'all keep it up. That's good stuff. See, the first part of the map we're going to talk about is y'all going to have to pay real close attention and draw it real good. You're going to have to draw yourself right here at the beginning. And I'm going to draw myself here, draw my nice little coonskin hat. Yep, I told y'all I wasn't no artist. Let me get my hair in there. There you go. Nature Joe's looking cool, ain't it? But you draw yourself right there at the beginning of the map. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to draw little tracks. This is the direction you stepped right here. So you're going to draw these little tracks all the way down through here. And it says right here, we're going to get to the first stop on the map. And guess what the name of that stop is? It's called Bear Valley. Woo! I heard that stop and I was like, bears? I got a little bit scared, but I'm telling y'all, I done fought a couple bears in my lifetime. I mean, I don't want to brag or nothing, but I done whooped a couple bears. We wrestled a little bit. I won a couple matches with some bears. But the first stop is going to be Bear Valley. So what you going to do right here is you going to draw you a nice little bird. Oh, this already ain't looking good for Nature Joe. Oh yeah, there it is. I'll let y'all draw a bear, big old bear, grizzly bear bodies. But I just drew the head. Just so y'all get the picture. But we down there in Bear Valley, man, I started walking down there, and I thought maybe there'd be one or two of them bears. No big deal. I could take them. I got down there, and let me tell y'all, I saw one bear, the first bear, and I said, you know what? I'm going to let them know I'm here. I'm going to let them know. So it was snowing down there in Bear Valley. I grabbed a snowball, and I hit that bear right upside the head, right between the eyes. You know what that bear did? Woo! He let out a big old growl out. You know how them bears get. They got real loud, and I'm telling y'all, that bear started charging me, and I was like, all right. I threw that snowball, I said, come get some. And he started coming. Oh, man. Y'all ain't going to believe it. I could not believe my eyes when I saw this. About 20 bears popped up behind that one bear. 20 whole bears popped up. And I just started grabbing snowballs as fast as I could. And I was chunking them snowballs. And they were just bouncing off them bears. So them bears were chasing me. And I got scared to death. I knew I could take one or two of them, maybe. Maybe a cub in there. But not 20. You got to be playing, man. So them 20 bears started chasing me, and I got to running, and they were running, and I've been as fast as a cheetah cat my whole life. They always say that about Nature Joe. But them bears were like track stars, man. They were going, and they were running, and I was getting out of breath, but I was about to beat them. I was about to get away from them. I thought I had them. And guess what happened, boys and girls? I get to this spot. It's a cliff. I ran out of room, and there wasn't no place else for me to go. Y'all go ahead and draw a cliff right here. There was a big old drop off. Man, I could have fell. I would have never made that. And I had no way across. I had no way across that cliff right there. So I thought for sure, this is it. Them bears gonna get me, and I ain't got no way out. This is impossible, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But then I looked down at my notes, or my map, and Nature Joseph, being the man he is, he left me some notes on there. Let's see what Nature Joseph had to say. He said, no way past bears, no way past sin. Huh? That's double trouble right there. Both ways lead to death. The payment for sin is death. Romans 6:23. Well, how's that going to help me? I'm in trouble with all these bears and sin too. That really is double trouble. What am I going to do now? And Nature Joseph said, but there is one way. Look to the left under the bushes, and somebody had chopped down and sacrificed a tree for you to use as a bridge to get away. Put that bridge across the cliff and walk across to get past them bears chasing you, and I'll tell you how to get past that sin of yours. Huh. I looked down over here, and guess what I saw? Right here, behind some bushes, there was a big old tree in the shape of a cross. I could not believe my eyes. And I put that tree shaped in the shape of a cross out there, and I made it through as fast as I could. I got away from them bears, and when I got to the other side, I started reading the rest of that note Nature Joseph gave me. He said, bet you're wondering why that tree was in the shape of a cross, huh? Sure I am. And why someone would sacrifice a good tree like that? Well, to get past your sin, it's impossible on your own. But God demonstrates His own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Now, how about that? Romans 5:8. Now, you go ahead and, he put this on the map too. You can go ahead and draw a heart right here. Because he said right here, God showed His love for us by Christ dying for us. I don't know about that. But he said, how about that, Joe? Even though you're a sinner and you deserve death, God loves you so much, He sent His Son Jesus to die for you on the cross. Just like that tree bridge. Huh. Jesus didn't have to go through all that. I mean, you didn't deserve it. But Jesus did it because He loves you. He sacrificed Himself on the cross to pay for your sins and take the death that you deserved. So it was like Jesus went back and fought all them bears and was handling business and was knocking them out. And then He said, Joe, go to the cross. Go across the cliff. And He pointed to the cross, and I went across, and I was safe. I was fine. But Jesus took all them bears on, and they ended up killing Him. And I stand there safe as could be, completely alive. For Jesus to go and do something like that, man, that's like a superhero. And that's a superhero that saved me. Man, Jesus is like a superhero that saved me. That's crazy, man. He went back and did all that for nature, Joe. That's wild. And He did that for you. That is something else right there. And I got across safe from all them bears and all that sin. Woo! Now, Nature Joseph left another note. It said, but He bared our suffering on Himself and felt our pain for us. He saw His suffering, and we thought God was punishing Him, but He was wounded for the wrong things we did. He was crushed for the evil things we did. The punishment which made us well was given to Him. And we are healed because of His wounds. Isaiah 53:4. Wow. We're healed because of His wounds. I tell you what, I didn't know there were bears in the Bible, but it said He bared our suffering. Y'all believe that? Jesus literally bared my sin. And He took on them bears, and He saved us. And He didn't have to do all that. Ain't that something right there? Woo! At this point, when I'm reading these notes, I'm telling y'all boys and girls, I was getting so jacked up I couldn't stand it. I was just, woo! And I just made it past them bears. Oh man. But Nature Joseph had one more note for me. Jesus has made a way for you, Joe. It's nothing you could have done, but Jesus did all the work and made the bridge. All you have to do is make the decision to trust in that bridge Jesus has made, even though it doesn't seem sturdy at times. And I tell y'all what, I was walking across that bridge, that tree bridge. Whoo! It was just a quaking and a shaking, man. I tell you what, I thought I was going to fall through and go right down in that big old cliff right there. But you know what? I had to trust that bridge to get across. And that bridge got me across. It was strong enough. And he's saying you got to trust, make a decision to trust in the bridge that Jesus has made, even though it don't seem sturdy at times. No, sir. Turn from that sin and them bears. Then cross that bridge and walk across to the other side where God is. Woo-wee! I tell y'all what. You know what I did right then and there? I said, I done walked across this bridge right here. I'm going to go ahead and walk across the bridge, and I'm going to tell Jesus thank you. I'm going to tell him that I'm going to turn from all my sin, and I'm going to turn from all them bears chasing me, because I can't stand when them 20 bears get chasing me, and I can't get a fight out of them. But that's another story for another day. But I'm going to turn from my sin, and I'm going to trust in Jesus and what he's done, and I'm going to walk across that bridge. So I sat right there, I prayed that day, and I told Jesus I wanted to follow him. I still had a bunch of questions. I tell you what, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And I knew there was still a long journey to go. We still got like 2 more weeks. Next 2 weeks, I'll be talking about this way right here, and y'all be making more maps. You can put all together as one big map. So I'm telling you, I still got questions. At this point, I still have no idea how to follow Jesus. But I went ahead and crossed that bridge. Because I'm telling you, I'd rather see that way than get chased by them bears. And to think after all Jesus did for me. He took all that stuff that I did wrong when I deserved to have death. And Jesus took that. Y'all believe that? Woo! That's something right there. That's somebody worth following right there. That's a Savior. And I know Jesus that day literally saved me. So I just want to give y'all the chance to that story.